Well, welcome back everybody. This is a little bit different video for everybody. This is a health update video, really, for me, and to kind of explain what happened and why we disappeared for a little bit off of YouTube. We did post on Instagram and YouTube that I had been admitted to the hospital. I was at Celebration, which is just down the street from us, which isn't that far away. But a little bit of backstory on how I ended up there. 2018, I started developing lower back issues. You know, I sat on my wallet all the way through middle school and high school and into college, and was informed that wasn't a good idea and that could cause back problems. So I stopped doing that, and I started wearing cargo shorts again, just because that way I put my wallet in my pocket and everything else and not have to worry about sitting on it ever during class or anything like that. So I've seen chiropractor on and off for multiple years, and little did I know I had a disc issue actually in my L4, L5 vertebrae, and with that came immense pain. Not immense pain sometimes, but uncomfortable pain. Go to the chiropractor, work the hips, go to manual therapy, work the whole back, just relax the back, relax the muscles. No idea it had anything to do with this disc. Father's Day came around it was Father's Day this year, and I went to worked for a church, did our thing, went to my parents' house, had lunch, picked up lunch for my dad on the way there, and ate lunch, relaxed. I felt this kind of like unrelaxedness in my legs a little bit, and said, okay, whatever, that's fine. I'm not going to stress that at all. And then went to Courtney's parents' house, ate dinner, sat around the couch, talked, played games. It's fine. Got home about 11 o'clock that night. Chief normally jumps up on the couch for us to put his harness on him and take him out and everything, and he didn't. He laid down on the floor. I was like, okay, well, I'll squat down, put the harness on you, take you out, whatever. Did that, went to stand up, and my entire back completely locked, to the point where I couldn't walk, couldn't move, couldn't do anything. Stood there for a minute, went, okay, just breathe, 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 breathe. And from there, I tried to take Chief out still. I was like, he needs to go out, he needs to go out. Made it 10 steps, turned on, went back inside. Got him to get on the couch, took the harness off, grabbed my electric stimulus machine, and put that on my back, going, it'll relax the muscle's tight, and then I'll be good to go. Well, little did I know, the muscle wasn't the problem. Set the machine for 20 minutes like you're supposed to. Was laid out on the couch. Then tried to fell asleep, woke up, went still really tight, said, okay, you know what? Another 20 minutes isn't gonna hurt anything. And so from there, I laid there, woke up about 1 o'clock or so. It was like, oh, I should get up and just go to bed. Put Chief in his crate, he's crate trained, and go to bed. Well, try to stand up and couldn't. What's wrong? Rolled to my side. Okay. Sat there for a little bit. Tried to stand up. Couldn't move my legs. Something's really wrong. And so I said, okay, you know what? I'm just gonna get up. I'm gonna go lay down in the bed. I'll be good to go. Stood up. Fell face forward onto our couch. At this point, my legs are off the couch, my upper body's on the couch, and I am screaming because my back's like this. It's curved, right at the hips, at the bottom of the vertebrae. Screaming in pain. Courtney gets up, comes out, and is like, and asking me what's wrong, what's wrong, what's wrong. I'm like, I need ice. It's like, I'm gonna numb the pain with the ice pack, and then I'm gonna grab some Tylenol. I'm gonna go to bed. Well, pain didn't stop. Try to stand up again. I slid all the way to the floor. You guys seen pictures of Courtney and I? Courtney's not picking me up off the floor. I laid on the floor for what only felt like 5 minutes for me. It was probably a lot longer before I got the strength to push myself up and kind of roll back onto the couch. From there, and I laid on the couch with an ice pack behind me, kind of the blanket and a pillow, and just like, okay, it was like I can breathe again. And then what really started like happening, and it's what really made this worse and made us get to the point where we were like, okay, we need to go to the hospital, was randomly it would start spazzing. The muscle and the tendons would start spazzing, which would cause my body to shake and me to lock up completely and just start like, it was almost like I had chills, but I didn't at all. It was causing my body to shake. And so I said, all right, let's go to the hospital, get me off the couch, we'll drive to the hospital. Courtney and I are 27, 28 years old. I was like, should I call and wake my parents up? My parents live here. You know, it's one of those things of, do you call and tell your parents then, or do you wait till the morning? You're an adult. I'm an adult. Like, it's not like I'm a little kid needing my parents. Chief, please stop. And I set my phone down and I looked over and it was calling my mom. And so I picked up the phone and she answered. She goes, hello, hello. I said, and I started just crying. I was in so much pain, telling her Courtney's taking me to the hospital. This is where she's taking me. We're going to Orlando Health and Horizon West, but that's not where we ended up going. At that point, my mom hung up the phone, woke up my dad, and next thing I knew, they were coming to our place because they were like, okay, we're gonna help get him up, get him out, we'll get him to the hospital. My dad gets here and he looks at me, tell him exactly what the pain is, and he says, you're not moving off this couch with us. We're not getting you in the car. There's no way. And I said, yes, I gotta get in the car, I gotta get in the car. And it's like, no, you're not getting in the car. We're not moving you. Let's elevate your legs, we'll try to relieve the pressure, but that's not happening. So we tried that, and I'm screaming, made it worse to me. And so I just was like, okay, you know what? I'm just gonna call an ambulance at this point. They'll backboard me down the stairs onto a gurney and take me to the hospital because something is wrong. Like way past Tylenol and stimulus and ice. So I call 911, give them the information, give them the address, make it clear that we are on the second floor. And next thing I know, they're here. And there's an app called Pulse Point, so I was able to see what station was dispatched, knowing whether it was coming from the south side of us or the north side to us. Because if it was coming from the north, it was going to take a little bit longer than if it was coming from the south, just depending on what trucks were out and being dispatched at the time. So I believe it's Station 32 with Orange County came. They come up and they go, so we got to put you in the stair chair. We have a Ring camera inside to check on Chief throughout the day, and so you guys can see I don't look happy in that chair. And I can tell you right now, like my eyes are watering a little bit. That getting into that chair was so painful. I couldn't believe it. It was the amount of pain. I'd rather take the appendicitis pain that I had over that. And the appendicitis pain was tolerable compared to this. Like I don't know how people go through excruciating pain. There was no adrenaline to get me through this at all. So we went, and so I got me in a stair chair. Getting down the stairs was a bit of an event in itself. And then they took me to Flamingo Crossings ER. If you know anything about Flamingo Crossings, that's where the Disney program housing is and all the thing. There's an Advent Health ER there. They took me there, and they left me there, and nurses came in and everything. Gave me pain medication. It was okay. We need a urine sample, make sure it's not kidney stones and whatever. So they came back, went, okay, you good? It's like probably, I was admitted at 3:11 a.m. It was probably about 5 a.m. they came back and asked, all right, feel pretty good? I still couldn't move. Could not move one bit, and there was no explanation. They were like, these muscle relaxers and painkillers should have taken care of it. Nope. So they gave me some more medicine. Another hour goes by probably. They come in and go, all right, we're gonna discharge you, here's your bill. Do you want to pay now or get billed later? I said bill later. I'm not leaving. Like, I'm not leaving. I can tell you this right now. I am in so much pain, I am not leaving. Yeah. Sorry, I'm trying to Chiefs at my feet doing I don't know what. But from there it was, alrighty, we're gonna draw blood. The nurse watched me try to stand up, and she said I couldn't, I almost fell again. And so they said, okay, we're gonna draw blood. We're gonna make sure there's not an infection, but we're also gonna do a CT scan. They roll me to the CT table. They roll me to the CT room, lift me onto the CT table, put me in the machine, take me back. They've got an IV in me now with like a painkiller, and I'm conscious enough to hear the doctor look at my mom and Courtney and go, there's a bulge in the spinal cord. We are admitting him to the hospital. And they did the CT scan of the blood work basically to prep me for admittance to the hospital. Well, about noon that day, I guess, I probably can find it on the MyChart app or whatever. Advent Health transported me to Celebration. I had to wait for a room to be available. And I spent the next 2 nights there. So I left on Wednesday. But they rolled me to the MRI, put me on the MRI, and that's when they found out they had the herniated disc in the L4, L5, and there's one more spot actually. Surprisingly, there was 2 things, but it was causing the. I'm signing into my Advent Health account real quick. So, what? This MyChart app thing. Turn on 2-step verification. Yes, that's my phone number. Text me a code so I can log in. So basically, they it does that. They rolled me to the MRI machine, and the MRI tech goes, "Can you scoot over to the table? I'll roll it in here." I'm like, "I'll try." Probably not. You know, I don't think that's gonna happen, but I'll try. And it did. So they actually put a board underneath me and moved me over and put me in this machine, and that's when we found out I had a disc bulge with superimposed central disc extrusion at the L4-5, resulting in a bilateral subarticular recess narrowing. So it's the left L5 nerve root, possible contact of the traversing right L5 nerve root, and mild spinal canal narrowing. Correlate for the L5, I don't even know what that word is, it's a big medical word. So basically, a disc bulge in the L4-5, and then a small right subarticular disc protrusion at the T12-L1, which is where they were saying the nerves were getting touched. And a mild left neural stenosis L4-5 and L5-S1. Whatever the heck that means. I was basically this is a genetical thing. My dad has 2 titanium screws in that same region. My aunt on my mom's sides had this. My grandfather on my mom's sides had this. same kind of pain before. So, sorry, my computer just randomly restarted. You can imagine lots of pain. Lots of pain, lots of pain, lots of pain. And it's something that's gonna be dealing with for a while. And you know, by Tuesday, I was up moving again. Not a lot, still on medicine. Wednesday, they discharged me. I walked the hall with a walker. Went and stayed at my parents' house for a couple days because I could stay on the first floor there and not do stairs. And I actually only spent one night downstairs before I did the stairs at their house. But it's gonna be quite a long road to recovery in the end, because I have fought with insurance basically this entire time now, to get the care I need. My insurance is probably not the best insurance on the world, to be quite honest with you. I know it's not the best insurance. They assign you a doctor, and I'm a new patient because they assign me a doctor. Well, when I call, they tell me October 1st for a new patient visit. That doesn't work. So you call the insurance company and you're like, excuse you, I need help. What are you gonna do about it? Oh, we're gonna assign you to this doctor instead. Oh, cool, July 8th? Cool, perfect. I can see that doctor July 8th. Oh, we have to wait 24 hours for the system to update to show that you're a patient here. Okay. Call back August 25th. Well, I'm supposed to see my neurosurgeon on the 7th now. I was supposed to see a primary before I saw the neurosurgeon, because the primary is supposed to sign off on the PT that the neurosurgeon wants. So, because they don't want to do surgery, they would rather me do PT and be able to fix this. But with that, I gotta lose more weight. I've already lost, since Courtney and I got married, an easy 25 to 30 pounds. Easy. I was well above 300 and I'm down to 290-ish, maybe a little bit less. So, now I'm like, great. I gotta, excuse you, I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do about the doctor. So it's like every day, gotta call and find out if they got anything sooner. Well, we'll tell you through the app. Well, I haven't heard. So I call every day to check, because, and of course it's never the same person, because the way the scheduling works apparently is a central location for all of Orlando Health, not the direct office. So I need the direct office now. So I get the direct office, they could actually probably find me availability, because I talked to the direct office. So you guys get health care in the United States is not the best in the world, truthfully. If you have Medicaid and Medicare, a lot of places will take you instantly. Private insurance companies, they won't. And it's because they don't pay out fast enough. And that's from people who work in the healthcare business, people who work in home health care that I know. They say, yep, Medicaid, Medicare, we love it because they pay instantly. We decline. We say nope to a lot of to private insurance because they don't pay. So, but you know, here in Orlando, every strip mall is doctor's offices. There's hospitals, ERs everywhere, strip malls everywhere, doctor's offices. Near where Courtney works, there's got to be 15 doctor's offices within half a mile radius. Not a single one of them accepting new patients. If they are, months wait list. Months. Makes no sense whatsoever. So, it sucks. And it is what it is right now. But we are on the road to recovery. Probably have to stay out of the theme parks for a little while. I would love to get right back into the parks. I will do something to get on test track though. I will find out from my neurosurgeon, because I see him before test track opens, because I'm getting on test track. Like, even if it puts me back in the hospital, test track that was my favorite ride as a kid. I'm not gonna miss test track reopening. I was not a fan of test track 2.0, so I'm hoping this one brings back childhood memories here. But other than that, I wanted to get on here and let you guys know what happened, give you guys an update, and you guys, and it's by the grace of God, it wasn't worse. And some people are gonna argue with me on that one, but by the grace of God, it wasn't worse. You know, He protects, He provides, and we'll get answers. We'll figure this out. We'll figure out if this is lifelong medication to treat this, or surgery, or what. I never in my life imagined having the same problem my dad did, especially at 27. I was 5 probably when my dad had the surgery. So that was 20 something years ago. He was in his 40s when he had that surgery, and I'm 27. I'm an easy 10 years too soon. Easy 10 years too soon. But we'll find out soon. Just I miss making videos in the parks, truthfully. It's been 3 weeks now since we've been in the parks, because that last video you saw was filmed a week before it came out. Yeah, so it's hard because this was something I was really starting to enjoy, and it's gonna have to slow down a little bit, but that's fine. My health comes first, and so, but it's also affected work for me a little bit, just because I can't do certain things anymore, and I'm dependent on other people coming to help me. And so getting other people to come and help me sometimes tricky enough, just because it depends on the day of the week. Not everyone's always around. We are a multi-site church. We have 4 locations. We work between different locations, depending on what's needed. So, but Courtney should be headed home here soon. We're gonna have dinner, and I do plan on having another different video coming up probably here in the next week or 2. Just gotta figure out when I'm gonna go film it, because actually we will go into the parks for 4th of July fireworks, because Magic Kingdom does theirs on the 3rd and the 4th, so we normally go on the 3rd, see them, but it'll be fireworks, and that's about it probably. So this is a little bit of a long video, actually, me just sitting here talking, but you know, I figured I'd get on here and let you guys know the update. But a couple of things that I know I'm gonna create videos of, just because it's not gonna require a lot of walking is difficult, so I just gotta be careful with what I do in the end. But other than that, we'll see you guys around in the parks, hopefully. Maybe they'll do a little bit of Disney Springs stuff, because you can take breaks sitting down there. But yeah, so hope I didn't bore you all, because I realized I just talked for like 25 minutes straight and told you a story. But it's a story, so, and I share my life with you. We share our lives with you guys, so, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Make sure you like, subscribe, and turn those notifications on. Bye-bye.